Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, we're going to be doing a little bit of news regarding to the Charlie Kirk assassin, specifically the trans lover, because, yeah, that guy seems to have disappeared. He has vanished. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but there's something weird happening, and this needs to be explained. Now, obviously, we know that from we seen from the text messages, which some people are believing that those are fake or not correct, whatever that may be. I don't have any actual evidence to prove that they are incorrect or not. But it seems he didn't really know the whole situation that was going on. So what we have here is from the Daily Mail. It's pretty much saying Charlie Kirk suspect's trans lover has vanished. Shaken neighbors share fresh fears as new photos show abandoned home. The trans boyfriend of Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin has fled their former love nest, and locals tell the Daily Mail they may never want to see him again. Wow. Okay. Well, pretty crazy statement there. I will say, if the locals say they don't want to ever see him again, well, that's a pretty big statement. Lance Twiggs was led away for questioning when police swooped on the smart three-bed condo he shared with accused gunman Tyler Robinson. Shaken neighbors say the part-time plumber has not been back to the 320,000 property in St. George, Utah, when declaring, "Good riddance, I never want to see either of them again." Ooh. Ooh, man, that is there is a monster waking up, people. There is, like I said, the sleeping giant is waking up, and a lot more people are angry about it. Uh, his beaten up Infinity compact is still parked in his space with his work gear tossed across the back seat and a sandwich wrapper and a drink on the front passenger seat. Upstairs, lights have been left on for more than a week, and notes and Amazon packages are piling up outside the home owned by Twig's devout Mormon family. If he ever comes back, it will be in a body bag, another neighbor grimly predicted. Okay. Well, all right. People are very angry about this. Uh, you know, I can't really blame them. I mean, having something like this happen and left condoning it really goes to show that these people are unhinged. That's not a threat. I'm just saying that there are so many people who want a piece of him, he'd be mad to show his face in public again. This was a generational event. Twigs has not been charged with any crime, but speculation has raged over what, if anything, he knew about Robinson's war plot to eliminate conservative Friar Kirk at September 10th campus event at Utah University in Orem. Now, like I'm not going to put it down that this kid or this person could have been very easily involved. It seems almost unlikely that is not the case. That would be happening. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that he should be vanishing like this because this is very curious behavior. This is very odd behavior, and I don't think that should really be happening at all. It says, thus far, there's been no evidence to suggest the nerdish recluse who was in the process of transitioning from male to female is anything but a cooperating human source. As a significant essential witness in a major criminal inquiry, Twiggs would qualify for federal witness protection according to the FBI source. But the source was not able to confirm whether or not Twiggs had accepted protection from law enforcement. Yeah, but the thing is that he's left his vehicle and everything behind and then turn off the lights. I mean, that's the weird part, right? I mean, normally if you're going to be put in under FBI witness protection, it's like you're going to do like turn off the lights so you're not running your electric bill and, have to pay for that and leaving certain things in your car, right? I mean, that's kind of normal. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. As insurance broker dad Tyler Twiggs, for a former college gymnast mom Amy 50, live 5 miles away but have not commented on his whereabouts. The couple have 3 more kids, and Tyler is the son of prominent pediatrician Jerry Twiggs, who owns multiple homes and lodges around St. George and upscale Desert City close to Mount Zion National Park. Twiggs was not in handcuffs when he was led from his apartment in the wake of Robinson's September 12th arrest. Which is odd because normally people that are very close to others usually get arrested, at least very much detained. That's usually the case here. I mean, if you see if you watch Ewu, I mean, you would find out from a lot of the videos that they usually go after and interview the people perpetrated by this, and they detain them. So the fact that that this is not happening is very very weird, and I want to know what's more happening here, right? Instead, local law enforcement gently sat him on the ground while sniffer dogs combed the apartment for explosives before FBI agents arrived to conduct a full search of the property in the Fossil Hills apartment complex. He was wearing a white T-shirt and sweatpants. They just sat him on the step and said the FBI are going to have to be here soon to ask you some questions. So there's a sandwich wrapper that was left inside. There's just some garbage. So again, that's not a big deal. But another big thing here was his gear and his equipment was also left in the car and skateboard. That's odd. Now, normally, if you're going to be put on a witness protection, you're going to take some of your valuables or whatever with you, but that didn't happen. This is still in the car, and if he was moving or going anywhere else, why would he leave this stuff behind? That's very odd. He didn't say anything, no emotion at all, really. Tyler and Lance were super reclusive. They just like the two guys to me. Robinson faces the death penalty, blah, 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 blah. We all know he faces the death penalty, stuff like that. That's not a big deal. We're not going to talk about things that we already know. So we have this here. However, there was another text from Robinson that raised questions about Twiggs that we knew in advance. Remember how I was engraving bullets? That is presumed to be a reference to the anti-fascist slogans etched on shell cartridges found with alleged murder weapon, an antique rifle that belonged to Robinson's grandfather, which, if he knew about that, then again, were a reason to why to probably detain him and do more interviews. What appears to be a handwritten note can be seen wedged between the front door of the home, which is this here. It says Robinson had been living with Twiggs for the past 3 years, according to neighbors, etc., etc. A third roommate moved out of the Swish complex, which boasts a pool, hot tub, and gym, leaving just Robinson and Twiggs, who became romantically involved and were spotted kissing. I don't really care about that. At least the kissing part, I don't really care about that. Twiggs studied at Utah University and worked part-time as a plumber. He also aspired to be a professional gamer and was a fanatical player of Apex Legends, Valorant, and Rocket League. According to a Twiggs family member who wished to remain anonymous, he was evicted by his parents for breaching their religious rules, which is crazy in that regard. The family member claimed that Twiggs had wrongly been portrayed as soft by the media. He was a drug user who almost overdosed, turned up at a family Easter clearly high, spouted political slogans, and was addicted to the deep web, corners of the internet that can't be indexed by search engines the relative assisted. So the deep web is a very dark and bad place to really be. There's a lot of nefarious and dark stuff happening there, and nobody should be going to the dark web whatsoever. I mean, I'm not saying go and do it or what have you, or you're not allowed. I'm just saying I'm recommending not doing it. I haven't done it. And also, I'm pretty sure think it's actually illegal to do so. So he is full of evil and hatred, admitted that second family member when approached by local news. He is not a healthy person. He is very angry with anyone who is supportive of conservative ideals and Christian values. Again, this is further claiming that he was not a normal individual. On Reddit, Twiggs claimed to have struggled with bulimia and made jokes about being beaten by his mother. He wrote in one thread that he'd been recommended treatments for schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and a brain tumor through targeted social media adverts. Despite the apparent fallout with his parents and 3 siblings, Amy and Tyler have continued to support their son via Venmo, a U.S. payment app. They regularly deposit cash into his account for insurance, piano lessons, prescriptions, and a visit to the doctor. Kirk was honored Sunday by a massive memorial service at the $60,000 Cedar State Farm Stadium in Jennings, Arizona. So, yeah. Again, I don't know how this guy is not being at least detained or investigated more. I don't know why they're. I got a feeling this guy is somehow somewhat involved in some way. Not really thinking that he's involved in the actual. Not saying he was there for the murder or what have you, but there has to be other things that's been going on. I mean, there's been reports that he's been going around in certain networks. That's actually a concern. So I'm not quite sure on how we're going to go about this, but the big thing is, the big weird thing is that he vanished. He's gone. His house and everything, lights were on, and there's still stuff in his home, like, or in his vehicle. So again, he abandoned his vehicle. So why would he abandon his vehicle? You would think, if even if you're going to escape or go somewhere, you would take your vehicle with you if you're going a long distance, right? Well, that's not what happened here. So he's gone. The parents apparently not notifying anything. So I don't know what's happening here. There are questions that need to be answered, and hopefully we find out more what happens here. I'll keep you guys up to date with this, but this is very odd, and we'll see where this goes. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.